Hey guys, good Monday morning, May 19th, a little after 10 a.m. Eastern. Michael Clark with BAM Weather. We're going to talk about the potential for an outbreak of severe weather today in the South Central Plains, the threat shifting east tomorrow. We'll go over in detail threat areas, timing, the amount of rainfall expected, and then a longer-term forecast outlook. Gets a lot colder, some frost risks, and the precipitation will start to die out a little bit. A lot of folks need rain too. We're going to talk a little bit about most of it today. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you don't. Share this with a friend. We always ask you share it with a friend. We put out the free stuff for you. Make sure you share it. Rainfall forecast the next 3 days. The heart of the rain will be focused across southern Minnesota, eastern Iowa, northern Missouri, and into potentially portions of northern Illinois. Again, you look at our soil moisture percentile index, they need the rain. They're very, very dry across the northern half of Illinois if you cut it in half. Back through Iowa, Nebraska, and portions of Kansas, the rain is needed. And the good thing is over the next 3 days, we do anticipate there to be some rain to come through the area. Severe weather might be more of that in the south, but nonetheless, there is rain in the forecast. A little bit of rain up there in the Canadian prairies as well, to Saskatchewan, southwestern Manitoba there, near the Regina area. And again, maybe an inch of rain over there the next 3 days. All right, but the rain's certainly being needed here across portions of the central U.S. This is a look at radar this morning. Again, we can see rain is falling across eastern Iowa, portions of central Illinois, down and through Kentucky, Tennessee. Look at this up here. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's how you mix in snow into the mix here in May. It's just silly. A strong storm system there up there, though. That's going to be responsible for producing severe weather here over the next couple of days. In fact, we want to take a look here. And again, all this is in clarity. But we do have a day one today, moderate risk of severe weather. An outbreak of severe weather and tornadoes is probable here. Southwestern Missouri, southeast Kansas. Tornado risk is at a 15% with the hatched lines going through, meaning there's probabilities of strong tornadoes are high across eastern Oklahoma this afternoon. That hail risk is elevated too. Some big hailstones possible, 45% probability. It's playing with a high risk. It's not quite there, but it's close. The wind risk as well, northeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri there. Now, the future radar product there of Clarity, it does highlight the development of thunderstorms here this afternoon. You can see those breaking out across eastern Oklahoma by about 4 to 6 p.m. tonight, and kind of coming into a big nasty mess of rain and storms later tonight and moving. Look at that, just a nasty look here. Moving east over time into Missouri and into portions of Arkansas as well. All right, so a nasty setup. We'll look at just the rain forecast the next 24 hours. This is just over the next day. And again, this updates every hour. Super high resolution data goes out 24 hours out for rainfall. So northern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri here into south central Illinois, heavy rains. And then going up here into northern Missouri over 3 inches, 1 to 2 inches here over portions of Iowa and Minnesota. All right. Again, more rain is needed here across north central Illinois. We're going to kind of talk about that here as we go forward. This is a look at the future radar projections here on the left from the HRRR, courtesy of Synoptic WX, synopticweather.com. You can beta trial the website right now for free. A ton of new things coming. It's in development, but it's really neat. This is the first round of the severe threat tonight. And what I have here are the updraft helicity swaths turned on, where really the core of the severe weather might be anticipated here. And again, obviously, that's really well within the reach of the moderate risk forecast. All right, and this is where you have rotation tracks. This is where you have the potential for significant hailstorms and tornadoes. And again, the isolated amounts of very heavy rain being possible here, as hinted on the HRRR, locally 3 inches or more of rain, or 4 inches or more of rain in some of the heavier cells. So that's kind of this wave moving through. But again, you can see it tries to bring rain into portions of northern Illinois here and to portions of central Indiana tomorrow morning. I'm going to turn this layer off and go into the forecasted rainfall totals out through Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern. Okay. And then we'll go forward here and we'll go out to Tuesday at 2 p.m. And what happens is some rain is possible, but look at what's happening here in northern Illinois. This is where, again, I just have some concerns, of the model filling in on precipitation. The rain is needed. Will there be rain with the morning round? Yes, I do think there will be. I'm concerned with the gaps and the holes in the model data on how much rain can fall. Northern Illinois needs it. There's no question. We're going to zoom back out here because clearing happens before the next round of showers and thunderstorms wants to develop tomorrow night, those of which could be severe. I'm going to go back to the clarity forecast here real quick and show you what I'm talking about in terms of the potential for severe weather. If I can click on it, there we go. Tomorrow's severe risk, again, all this can be utilized here on clarity. The idea is that there's a slight risk of thunderstorms basically up to I-70. Some tornadoes are not going to be out of the question. The biggest threat for tornadoes will come across southern Kentucky, western Tennessee, and northern Mississippi and Alabama. Hail, not so much a concern, but certainly it's there. And wind, a big concern as well across this portion here. It's not out of the question. This can elevate into more of a moderate risk category. We're going to have to kind of wait and see, but the HRRR tries to clear it out after the morning wave and really develop potentially a nasty second round of thunderstorms here tomorrow night. Before all of this attempts to exit the area, there will be wraparound moisture left on the backside. But check out the 48-hour forecast. It is, again, encouraging for the prospect of rain here. All right, so we're going to watch this. This is an encouraging signal. We'll keep you posted, but we also need to keep an eye out for some damaging thunderstorms as well further to the south tomorrow as this whole thing moves east. Let's look at this. This is the European model. Again, has encouraging signals for rain across northern Illinois and Monday night into Tuesday night. We're going to go Tuesday night to Wednesday night here and looking at 24-hour chunks. The system pulls north, Wisconsin, Michigan over into the mid-Atlantic. Whoa! I scrolled out there. Sorry about that. Over into the mid-Atlantic, we see the rainfall moving east there into Pennsylvania area. Then we'll go the next Wednesday into Thursday. Again, some residual low clouds, maybe moisture hanging around. Colder temperatures are working in behind the front. Thursday into Friday, another disturbance will be possible across the Dakotas, Kansas, Nebraska, and into portions of Oklahoma and Missouri there. Friday into Saturday, and then Saturday into Sunday, and Friday and I'm getting my days mixed up. The last one was Thursday to Friday. This is Friday to Saturday. My apologies. You can see the rain threat shifting more to the south, and that's because we're going to work in some cooler air. In fact, I'm going to show you the temperature forecast here as we go throughout the week. I want to start into Wednesday morning. This is the European model. Again, you can see, I want to show you where the potential might exist for some frost potential. But look at this. These are upper 30s here on Wednesday. And then we're going to go here to Thursday morning. All right, watch. Again, you can see upper 30s forecasted up here, upper 40s into Iowa. So some frost concerns into the northern plains. We'll go here to Friday as well. And it's a little bit chillier down here across portions of the east where you're in the lower 40s. That's the European, the GFS model, similar, okay? Very chilly. And then as we go throughout the weekend, check this out, getting into Saturday morning, potentially upper 30s in Michigan maybe. Some of those may get cold enough to see an upper 30-degree reading into Saturday morning. So long story short, the pattern gets cold. This is week 1 temperature departure. It's very cold. It's wet the next 3 days. And then after that, this pulls out and the week 2 forecast gets drier, as you see here, wetter to the south. But we're still keeping it cool for now, cooler than average with temperatures there in the week 2 time frame. Okay, this is a look at the European AI data. Again, you can see these are in 5-day chunks. The cold air sticking around for the next 10 days or so. We may moderate somewhat into the 6 to 10, the 11 to 15-day period, but there could be another shot of cooler air there to start June in the central U.S. and work its way east. All right, But here's the interesting thing with the long-term pattern. I want you to keep an eye on the Aleutian Islands here, the Bering Sea. Not too much in the way of storm systems moving through. There's a weak one that comes through that may offer up an early June front, which I just talked about. May bring a shot of cooler air and some rain in early June, but there's not, after that, there's not a whole lot going on. The North Pacific pattern gets pretty inactive. And this may be an indication of potentially what's to come for June. What I've plotted here is the International Multi-Model Ensemble for the month of June. And where it's forecasting the heart of the below normal precipitation, it's interesting. Look at the last 10 years for June, where precip has just been below normal. It's similar. It's kind of saying, hey, we just may run a little drier than normal. We think that June has the potential to run drier than normal, particularly in the Midwest and the Central Plains. The forecast right now for the warmest temperature probabilities falls here. It's not too far off from the last 10 years. All right, generally a cooler sign east. I think it can be a little wetter in here in the eastern belt in June. The question really becomes is what happens in Illinois and points west? Where does that kind of set up? So that's what we're going to kind of continue to monitor. The June forecast has a calmer look to it right now and the potential to go drier and warmer. That's the thought process. We're going to continue to keep you posted. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any interest in the Clarity platform, which I've kind of demoed as we've done the video today, bamwx.com. Start as little as $99 a year. Check out Clarity Home. Thanks for logging on. We'll talk to you soon.